We are just coming up to the Ashby. Turn off to the Ashby.
Very herby.
It's very herby, yes. It's a very, and I can see where it's coming from. It's emanating from. It's lovely having somebody else take your boat because then you can film things. The M6 above us. KLF on the iPad. The smell of shit permeating through the air. Don't know why that is. Good place to paint your boat if you need to paint your boat. This is the sort of thing I would love, a little private mooring like that. With a little summer house, maybe 3 times that size, but nothing more. Ermintrude. Coming into Rugby, I think, as opposed to just going out of Rugby. We're on the outskirts of Rugby. So far, the Oxford Canal has brought about a couple of things, and I wanted to just mention that not everybody that you meet on the canal is your friend. Some of them are complete and utter knuckle-dragging arse wipes. And the guy that did the swing bridge, back when in like a little residential area, I had the windlass in my hand and the key in case I needed it to operate the swing bridge, and he stood by the canal side and opened the gate for us. So needless to say, I put the windlass down. I made a comment about how they close it when they're the other side of the swing bridge, and I saw a pole on the ground. Both of us said thanks to him as we went past, and the knuckle dragging brain dead that he was, as he was closing, he closed it prematurely. So I had a big steel swing bridge smash into the hull of my boat. And he has put a huge dent in it. I say huge, it may not be that huge, but it is in the paintwork. It's in the coachwork as well, which is really annoying. I thought the sound, because it didn't really register that the boat moved. It felt like the sound of it closing, and I sort of looked at Julian. And I did this thing where I was like, did he hit the boat? And you said, yeah. So he closed it. You could see, whether it was because we weren't going out or through it as quickly as he'd prefer. You seem to think it was like, I have no... There are 2 types of people in this world. Avoid both of them. But Julian's a lot more optimistic that it may have been an accident. Either way, he didn't acknowledge it himself, and I saw the mark, and it really pissed me off. After that, there was a boat that had come untied, which happens, an untied mooring. But we had to stop, and I made a bit of a botch up with that because there's a tree. There was a tree, and it knocked Julian's hat into the canal, which is his pride and joy, and nearly took the Starlink with it, and I am swearing because it will help alleviate the stresses and strains of, so far, the Oxford Canal. Hill Morton Locks, everybody. Kind of perked up a bit ever since that knuckle dragging arse wipe caught the swing bridge with my boat. A long, long day. We've just reached on the edges of Braunston, as you can see from the Braunston spire. There's some right bell ends on the canal right now. We're running out of light, and we had 3 boats in front of us suddenly as they all pulled out, and now we've got one that's just moored and another one that's just faffed about for the last 5 minutes, backwards and forwards. You've got a guy in a Panama hat who looks like a classic Panama hat, did this thing, the classic look. Yeah, it's all happening in Braunston, late July, after 12 hours nearly of motoring. We won't be doing these locks in the dark. We won't be doing them in the dark. Plenty of time. The sun is still that far above the land. That far. Since I've said that, it's probably that far. It's probably that far by the time we get to the lock. And then when we do the first couple of locks, there's 6. There's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I don't think they're stopping or mooring in between them. Welcome to Braunston. For future reference, doing locks in the dark is probably not the best thing for somebody. It's literally like that John Wayne moment where John Wayne throws a kid into the water when he realizes he can't swim.
You can't what?
I can't swim.
How old are you?
6.
Big learning curve. I'm in a double lock. Julian's been doing the locks, the double locks, so they take longer to fill, but we're actually at top lock, the 6th lock on the Braunston 6. There is no one ahead, there's loads of mooring, and we've been doing this now for 12 hours, or 12, nearly 13 hours. 6 locks complete. End of day 6. 6:30 on a Sunday morning. 6:30 on a Sunday morning. Oh my god, that's so bright. Oh. Braunston Tunnel. Day 7. It's not a full day today. I only have Julian until midday. Looking to moor up, whether it's in a marina or just a 48-hour mooring spot where I leave the boat and go back to Nantwich to pick up the car. Oh, no. Oh, you didn't like that. We're at Norton Junction. It's a beautiful junction. It's quite small. It's got this lovely little house here. We go on to the Leicester arm now. We're lucky with the weather, actually. Dewy. I think the word is dewy.
Morning.
Morning.
Lovely.
Coming up to Watford locks.
We had a bit of a break as we went before.
15 minutes. So there we go. Crick tunnel, everybody.
One you can't see the other end.
This is a wet tunnel, so as soon as we get in there, I'm going to be switching the camera off. Crick is just ahead of us. Fantastic. Let's see how quickly this camera adapts. Better than my eyes, that's for sure. Sat there. Smoke my pipe. Look at me in that picture. I look so young, and it was only taken a year ago. Moored up along the side of Crick Marina. I had to make a decision whether I was to then and there go into the marina for a couple of weeks or to carry on down the cut with the boat and live off-grid for at least 6 weeks until probably October. I decided the latter. I want to say here that there is no real ending to this series. By the end of the 7 days, we were so exhausted, to be honest, that we just went to the cafe in Crick, had a cold drink, and our friend Richard came down from Swanley Bridge Marina to take us back up to Swanley Bridge Marina, where Julian had his car and where I had my car. And then it was a case of me driving back down, and this is where I've been for the last 10 days. Enjoying life on the cut, free of a marina, thoroughly enjoying being out and about on my boat. Yes, I'm learning things, and no doubt there are many more lessons to come. Thanks to Julian for helping me this week. Without you, mate, I'd have been up shit. Anything you'd like to say, Julian?